We don't play the social game. We are social. Power 98.5. You're listening to Power 98.5, powered by United Angels Dream, your number one resource for public relations, entertainment, and multimedia. Contact them today at unitedangelsdream.com.
Hi, this is Dan Aykroyd. He's progressive. He's beautiful. He's thoughtful. He's intelligent. He's powerful. He's positive. He is Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio.
Empowering listeners from the US to the UK. Live on air with Stephen Cuoco.
It is an incredible Friday. Wow. I just had a really great busy morning. Whoever said Friday the 13th is not a great day, it is. You know, it's only superstitious if you are superstitious and what you put power and thought into. I got the opportunity to meet Tom Pagliarulo. He is a professional MMA fighter, soon to be signed with the UFC. We sat down, had coffee, spoke with his manager, got to take a great photo. And if you haven't seen it yet, go to my Instagram page, Stephen Cuoco, StevenCuoco. You're going to see that new photo of Tom and I. And I love it. And he introduced me to a new coffee place today. I'm going to have to give it a shout out. I'm really impressed. Like I lived in Vegas for years. I did not know this place. It is called Bad Al Coffee. And not only that, I just realized celebrities and other people go to this place. I just got done meeting Nat and Levy. Let me pull him up for you. And his wife. And another professional fighter. Nathan is originally from Paris, France. He's another MMA fighter. He just got done recently fighting back in December. I think him and his wife said something. He's going to be fighting again in March. We're going to be getting together for dinner. They live out here in Vegas. It's incredible. I really don't need to fly or go anywhere. Everybody either comes to Vegas or they're in Vegas. You know, Tom lives out on the East Coast. All I had to do is go outside my back door and meet him over at this coffee place. And now I've got a new place. Like when I don't feel like going to Starbucks or want something different, I can't believe it. I'm loving it. Before we get into the lineup, we got to do something here. We've got to let everybody know again that we're live. I want to get back to my Instagram. We're going to be doing this. Got to tag Mitchell. I don't mind doing this right now. Thank you to my team. Thank you to everyone else. We've got a good turnout. Thank you to everyone that's tuning in and coming on the live right now. I'm going to put we are live. Okay, tune in. Put tune in now. You know what? I wish Instagram would do something with that. It's got to be better when we type things out. Yeah, I got to put it a different color. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to add. Yep. Of course. Listen, you guys know what I know what I'm doing. But just in case if everyone got busy, we need to do it again. Every time. Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want to call yourself. Meta. Do something better with your features here because it's horrible. When we go in here and we try to let everybody know what we're doing and where we're at, and you gotta, you do the Instagram stories and you tap on something, then it all goes away. Look it just happened again. There is not a better system. I'm not the one that made this app, so I gotta make Mitchell's post smaller. For those that are tuning in, we've got actor Mitchell Bourke. He's got the leading role in this movie we're going to be talking about, A Royal in Paradise. Let's turn down the music a little bit if we could, please. A Royal in Paradise, lead role. Here we go, share. Mitchell, I try to expand that photo that you've got. You posted back on November 2nd. A Royal in Paradise. This was on the Great American Family Channel. All right, it just aired. Where's my information? We're going to make sure. There it goes. It went in. Now everybody knows. We're going to, yep, it's still populating. Okay. I've got it. Thank you, Christina. Mitchell Bourke, born and raised on the outskirts of Brisbane in Australia, to an ex-professional rugby league player and a gymnast model. A career in acting was a different choice for a young Mitchell Bourke. After many hours of extracurricular training throughout school and multiple leads in school musicals, the arts were a definite calling for Mitchell. Though his high level of achievements in sport played a part in his growth, his interest in art, human behavior, and psychology led him to continue his arts journey by studying a Bachelor of Fine Arts in acting at the Queensland University of Technology, an audition-based program that takes part for 3 years. Mitchell's looking forward to his new feature film, A Royal in Paradise, which recently came out, where he plays Prince Alexander alongside, and forgive me if I'm messing up her name, I shouldn't, Rhiannon Fish. Let me get Mitchell on. Mitchell, how do I pronunciate her name?
Yeah, Rhiannon.
Rhiannon. Okay, Rhiannon Fish. Most recently, Mitchell was the lead in Queensland theatre production of First Casualty in 2022. Previous to that, he was involved in QPAC's 14. He has also worked on the SBS, The Family Law, and ABC, The Diary of an Uber Driver. Now, that's the first I ever heard of that. As well as spending time with the Australian Shakespeare Company, and has lead multiple internationally recognized short films. He has Australian and US-based representation. Mitchell's acting journey has also led him to work behind the scenes on 3 international projects as a grip. Such projects include Young Rock, Blacksite, and most recently, The Wilds Season 2, where he spent 5 months on as a dolly grip. If you haven't gone to see the new magazine cover on Power 98.5 Instagram page, head on over to Power 98.5 Radio. We also we're doing 3 magazine covers. You got that correct. Power 98.5 already published. We got United Angels Dream, my public relations media firm. That's going to be published probably sometime this weekend or so. And then we got Emaj Magazine International. He looks incredible in every single photo, and every cover has a different photo. I think, Mitchell, you may be the first I've ever done 3. Don't hold me to it. I may have done it before. I know I'll do it again. However, for you, you deserved it. To catch
Very kind.
Well, did you not see the photos you sent over? Why wouldn't we put 3 of them on 3 different covers?
Thank you, Stephen.
You're welcome. Just to bring everybody up to speed, once again, we've got actor Mitchell Bourke, who recently starred in the new hit Great American Family Channel film, A Prince in Paradise. Stay tuned also, because tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific, we've got country music artist Derek Skelton coming on. He's been on before. I think it's been over a year. Jeez, if not maybe a year and a half. It's been a long time. He's coming back, so that's tomorrow. January 14th, Derek Skelton, 1 p.m. Pacific. Then we have actor Eric Nelson on Sunday the 15th. That's at 11 Pacific. And then it goes on, and we'll recap towards the end of the show. Mitchell, welcome to Live on Air with Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5.
Thank you, Stephen. It's a joy to be here.
Isn't it awesome how we found out about each other? Our good friend Marcos Papadatos got to interview you on Digital Journal, and now we're here.
I know, it's crazy. I mean, it's so great that the world of, Instagram and social media is actually bringing us closer together.
You've got to tell me this. So we got the time zones here. All right. It is right now. It is currently 3:11 p.m. Pacific time, Friday. Is it Saturday your time? What day, what time is it for you right now?
It is Saturday morning in an overcast Queensland at 9 a.m. That's 9:11 here. Yeah.
Isn't that insane? Isn't that incredible? Both of us, energetically and physically, you're in one day, I'm in another day. We're in a time zone, and it just so interesting. And my brain is wrapping myself around this, especially how technology is where it's at. We're in 2 different days experiencing the same day in one day at 2 different times.
Yeah, you just blew my mind. It constantly blows my mind. Can you say that again so I can figure it out?
We are experiencing the same day within 2 different time zones in 2 different days.
It's wild. It's wild. But how great is technology that we can do this?
I didn't know, you guys. Honestly, I didn't know until we had to do that reschedule. Didn't mind. It happens all the time. I know that you had a family emergency. I didn't know you were an actual day ahead of us.
I know, like basically a full day. But yet we're still so behind in terms of so many things when it comes to America and Australia, I believe.
Explain. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, we're a day ahead, but in terms of our technological advances, even the size of our drinks are so behind, I believe.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, Mitchell. For what it's worth, everyone in the world knows that when you come to America, especially to visit, it's gluttony. So if you've got super small size, I rather get the portions you have because it's a waste of money and I don't need the sizes that we get here. It's ridiculous.
Too right. I mean, the small piccolo coffee is definitely the way to go compared to a jumbo.
There was somebody, he was on a Netflix show with one of my clients, and he came out here. He was out here for the in the States during the summer. And they went to, oh my goodness. I don't think it was Sonic. It was one of those popular burger places. And it was so funny. It's probably better off that I don't say the name. He posted on his Instagram story, verbatim, it said, he goes, oh my God, he's loving the burger. But this is what he made reference to. No wonder why Americans are fat, because of the size and a portion of what he got.
That's a bold statement.
It's a bold statement, it's for sure. I mean, the burger was huge pile of fries, but not only that, you could see the cheese melting. It had bacon on it. You could see the fat and grease. But yeah, he said, no wonder why Americans are fat.
Yeah, I think I might just stick to my kale salads. That's going to whatever burger place over there.
Oh, wait till you come here to the States. Let me tell you something. You're young, you're fit. I highly doubt you're going to need to worry about the love handles. I'm sure you're aging well. I'm going to tell you, I never thought I would ever have fat on my midsection. I don't starve myself, but I'm going to honestly say when you least expect it, and I don't drink pop. I don't touch a lot of sugary stuff. And I exercise diligently. And I'm going to honestly say, due to age and genetics, and probably because I'm not taking over-the-counter testosterone and HGH and what a lot of, other men my age normally would take, even though I'm not that old, still, your body does change. You widen out, your bones change, your torso changes. One time I was a 28. I'm going to honestly tell you, I don't have a gut. But I will tell you, my waist, my bones and my body has changed to where I'm at a 32 pant waist. And the idea of me ever trying to fit back into a 28, 29 waist would be virtually impossible. But I'm just going to tell you, you look incredible. You played a prince perfectly. I'm going to tell you, you played it so well in this film on the Great American Channel. No bullshit. You, in that role, you reminded me of Prince Harry, and you did it so effortlessly and so natural to where if you were to be that person in your life, I believe people would believe that that's who and what you really are.
Oh, Stephen, that's really kind. I really, really appreciate that. And, the response to the film has been so great. I didn't know Americans were so in love with a tropical paradise with a royal romance story, but it appears that they are. And so I'm all for it. And, it's not every day that you get to put on a prince outfit and be asked to put on that type of accent. So when I got the film, I just had to dive headfirst into it. So thank you. I really, really appreciate that response.
What got you into that role? And are there more roles that are going to be coming your way like this?
Well, I certainly hope so. And, there's potentially another, we're really hoping that we can go back to Tourovia and get another Prince in Paradise film on the cards. But I was meant to be away. I wasn't meant to be doing this role. Like, I was never meant to be in the country. I was meant to be off. I was actually meant to be in the States, doing some work over there. And the casting director called me and asked if I was in the country just before I left. And I said yes. And he said, well, I've got the perfect role if you'd like to go up for it. And I said, well, yeah, of course I would. And so I put down an audition tape, and then I thought it was okay, as we so do as actors, we want to believe our work is the best, but our insecurities come to the surface sometimes. And they ended up loving it. And then I had a chemistry with Rhiannon like a week later. And then a week after that, I met with the director and the producers, and we hit it off. And then a week after that, they called me and said, I'm going to be the prince. And then we just hit the ground running. And then, 4 weeks later, the film was done. It just happened so quickly.
Mm-hmm. And this film, sorry about that. We, an audio kicked in. I don't know if you heard that, but we backed that back out. This film, the film will premiere, which already premiered, on Great American Family, Saturday, January 7th. What has life been like? Because it is now... I got to look at my clock because everything's moving fast. All right, it's the 13th. It even though it wasn't that long ago, it's still very recent. Are you still wrapping your head around this? Are you doing a local press media tour? What's happening either in your country for the film, and will you be coming over here, or is there anything happening for a red carpet event out here?
I don't believe that there's going to be a red carpet event out there just yet. I know that the red carpet event will happen here. We'll have a proper premiere over here where the film was made, which is great. But I need to tell the company to have an event over there, because in the last 6 days, the response from, the American public who has watched the film has been immense. There's been an outpour of love for the film. I mean, I've done a bunch of interviews already and some podcasts with some lovely ladies, and being able to jump on with you, the one and only Stephen Cuoco, is a thrill as well. So I need to tell the company that we need to get some stuff happening over there as well, since it came out. You know, its world premiere was last Saturday in America. So we need to make it happen over there.
I honestly believe with a film like this, it can touch for every season. Like I'm serious. We're in 2023. Films have a way of, and programs and shows, depending on location and what time of the year is, they may die down a little bit, and then they're going to ramp back up. This film has that ability to be like a heartbeat. It'll go down, go up, go down, go up. I believe for years to come, it could end up being one of those type of classic holiday films that you will or could potentially hear about or know about every year, just like A Christmas Story. You know, here in the States, that film is still huge. TNT does 24 hours of Christmas Story every year from Christmas Eve. I think it starts at 8 p.m. and goes 8 p.m. Christmas Eve to 8 p.m. Christmas night. That's what this film reminds me of. Yeah.
Thanks, Stephen. I agree. I mean, this film has everything, you know, from love to fun on the beach to even just hidden relationships, you know, finding out who you are as a person in this world and breaking away from people who try to, you know, tear you down and tell you what to do. It's such a beautiful film. And like you said, in the last 6 days, it's been received so well, much better than what you anticipate, which is what you hope, but you never really believe it could happen until it comes out and the reality hits and people watch it and they fall in love with the story. So I really thank you. I agree. I mean, I hope this film stays in the hearts and minds of people for a long time to come.
I'm going to tell you this, Mitchell. Be prepared. Don't hold me to it. But honestly, just remember this. You did such a great job in this film, and having the opportunity of having conversations and getting to know you well before this live interview. I believe that, you know, you just remind me you've got this vibe in this film of like a different style, but yet charming of a Prince Harry. Your fans, you continue with content like this, doing films or shows like this, even if you are on a soap opera like Days of Our Lives or something, or maybe what's that other one? The Bay. I think I don't want to give the wrong network, but I'm going to tell you the fanship, it's very different to see what I've seen in this film and then to have the opportunity to talk to you. I know there's a difference between the two. However, your role, your presence, your look, your style in this film is so elevated. Absolutely, in a way that, you know, I can see you at the Oscars or the Emmys and just people falling in love with you. You just have that personality to where people from all walks of life, any religion, any color, anyone who they are, you're just so warm and welcoming. And who you are in this film, I'm surprised you don't have like over 100 million followers on Instagram right now and contracts just coming out of the wazoo for you because you just have that it.
Thank you, Stephen. That means a lot. I don't really know what to say apart from thank you, and that I'm just blessed that I was able to be able to be put in a role like this, allow me the opportunity to be seen, you know, and it's such a beautiful role. I mean, I worked tirelessly with the director and the writers and the whole team behind this film to form who Prince Alexander is and was, but at the end of the day, it just came down to hard work, you know, and that's been the way since I was a 14-year-old kid figuring out that this is what I wanted to do with my life. And that the hard work got me here, and the hard work will continue to be the reason why I'm here, I believe. So thank you very much. I mean, I can't wait to get to the Oscars or the Emmys and walk the red carpet. That's a dream of mine for sure.
You had stated what Alexander stands for is something I can relate to. What does that mean?
Someone who, well, what I can relate to about Prince Alexander is that he has a lot of outside voices telling him what he should do, how he should be, who he should be with. And he needs to break away from that a little bit to find himself. And for a small period of my life, I felt those pressures. I felt like I had so many outside voices telling me who I should be, what I should wear. And I woke up one day and realized that I didn't even know how to do that on my own. So when it comes to Alexander and I, those two, like we're parallels. You know, we go side by side with that. So to break away and figure out what he likes, who he is, like that was such an eye-opening and refreshing experience. It was intoxicating, to be honest, to figure out who you are. It's an intoxicating thing. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I dress the same as Alexander because I don't think I've ever worn, waved boat shoes in my life. But I think in the film they look okay. I'm not too sure, but I'll leave that up to the opinion of the public. But yeah, Alexander's such a warm, caring person who just is seeking love. And I mean, that's what I'm out here to do also, to love and be loved. I think that's the goal of everyone, really.
Here's the question I have for you. Do you believe and feel that you are loved and you are being loved more than enough by yourself, with yourself?
Yes. Right now in my life, yes. But it's a daily thing that you need to remind yourself of. It doesn't just, you don't just wake up one day and suddenly, yeah, I'm loved and I'm being loved by myself. No, it's a constant thing that you have to remind yourself of. Don't you believe, Stephen?
I do.
Yeah. Every day is a day like that, really. And that's what so many people struggle with, I believe.
Especially when there are callings and responsibilities and suggestion and requirements of having to perform or to be or become for a boss or for what a person believes of self, for a job, for a role, whatever it may be. It really is essential to have that time and that reflection. And I want to thank you, Mitchell, because it goes back to, sitting down with Tom Pagliarulo today and having those meetings. It's really essential. Even these interviews, I'm processing what we're talking about and what we're sharing. These are moments of breaks. These are moments of having self-reflection and putting on pause. I always knew having a radio show is powerful and important. What's even more powerful and important right now, Mitchell, is I'm feeling all these changes and revelations and awakenings that we're having. And from what you just shared and expressed in your own testimony, I'm enjoying the fact to where this is not just a radio show and we're not just doing an interview. We're connecting. We're taking a break. We're taking a moment of reflection. We're having a moment and a moment in pause.
You're so right, Stephen. And that's why, I'm such a fan of yours. Like, you're so right. You've hit it on the head. And for whoever is listening, they can hopefully feel that they are being seen also, that maybe they feel that way. They maybe feel a little bit lost, a little bit out of love of themselves. So this is a reminder to all those people to just take a break, take a pause, know that it's okay, that you can breathe, that even though the world is bearing down on you, that there is another day to wake up to. But Stephen, how great is it that we can connect and we can allow this moment to just breathe.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You're so right.
I want to go in and let's play the trailer for what we're,
Great.
Yeah, I want to pull that up. Hold on, just, do we have it? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to play the trailer. Actor Mitchell Bourke on his latest hit film on Great American Family channel, which just premiered on Saturday, January 7th. All right. I know. Yeah, this is a short trailer, though. I was surprised. I thought it would be a minute or two. This one, Mitchell, I think is 30 seconds. I haven't watched it. I like to watch these. Yeah, this one's a short one. I always wait to watch these for when I'm on with you guys live. So I'm watching this for the first time. All right, let's play it.
January, Great American Winter kicks off with 3 original movie premieres. Saturday, January 7th, A Prince in Paradise, starring Rhiannon Fish and Mitchell Bourke. Saturday, January 14th, Lease on Love, starring Rebecca Lydiard and Dan Jeannot. And Saturday, January 28th, Lori Loughlin and James Tupper star in Fall into Winter. Great American Winter kicks off in January on Great American Family.
Okay, so they started off, but where is the official trailer? Is this one it?
Premiering Saturday night. Join us for the first movie of Great American Winter with a romance novelist in need of inspiration and a prince seeking true love.
I always dreamt of being a writer. After I realized being a princess wasn't going to work out for me.
She's perceptive, witty, and quite possibly one of the most interesting people I've ever met.
A Prince in Paradise premieres Saturday night at 8 on Great American Family. Welcome home.
In some way, and here's the thing, when I just watched that scene, you've also got this, and no BS, and I hear it. There was something in that accent within your voice. Oh my God, please don't tell me I'm going to have a brain fart. What's his face from freaking Harry Potter?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yes, you sounded like Daniel Radcliffe. And that's and I still hear it. It's in your accent. And even with watching you, you've got also like a Daniel Radcliffe vibe about you. I'm telling you, you're very interesting.
Thank you. You know, I get that more often than not. And it's a compliment. I mean, I'm hoping they're referring to an older Daniel Radcliffe, not the young Daniel Radcliffe we fell in love with at the first Harry Potter.
I think Daniel Radcliffe, I'm assuming the older in general, I think Daniel Radcliffe is just, I appreciate who he is, and I believe I'm just going to say it. I believe Daniel Radcliffe is absolutely brilliant to where to this day, and I believe I've watched almost everything Daniel has done. I don't believe he's gotten the right role yet to where we really have gotten to see and to know what he can do as an actor. That's my opinion.
I agree. I actually agree. I mean, he was great in Harry Potter, sure, but now that's been over 10 years. I mean, I think that this Weird Al Yankovic movie will be something spectacular too. So I hope that we do see a part of him where people go, that's not Daniel Radcliffe. You know, like to be able for him to not be recognized, I think it's going to be the trick for him.
To be honest, I do agree with you, and I'm not BSing you when I say that. I did see the Weird Al Yankovic film. I grew up liking Weird Al Yankovic. That was my generation. It was the 80s. He did a great job. Here's the problem. All right. And wasn't Daniel. I was absolutely shocked. I'm not looking for the right words. I'm now revisiting, comprehending that film. What amazes me is us Gen X generation know the Weird Al Yankovic story, and and because we lived the experience. What I'm very surprised by is it wasn't even a documentary. It was, and I'm going to put it accurately from my perception, it was a blown away, ridiculous enactment of something that was so unrealistic that wasn't realistically true about Weird Al. The whole thing of how it was a stupid comedy. I would have expected better for Weird Al, because even in our generation and the people who listened and enjoyed and, you know, whether past tense or present tense, enjoy his music, he was respected. He was the only person who got away with doing what he did. And I believe that the film, Daniel did outstanding being Weird Al Yankovic. The role was idiotic. The movie in itself was ridiculously insulting to Weird Al, in my opinion. And even how they made almost like a, what is that? What was that? That Steve guy who played in that movie where he, oh, tell me no, you know, where he always put his pinky up to his mouth. Austin Powers. It was like an Austin Powers spoof. And then they added in this Madonna to where they had Madonna and him having like an affair and sex. And it was the most stupidest, ridiculous. And to take somebody like Madonna and Weird Al Yankovic and make it into an Austin Powers type of style spoof, it was dumb. It was having, you know, Daniel Radcliffe fight a mafia guy in there and trying to turn it into some type of, you know, Rambo type of, you know, B-rated film. I'm going to be honest, that's my assessment. Obviously, I'm assuming you didn't watch it, but I'm going to tell you, if you were to ever watch it, there was nothing really decently good about that film, to where I believe that they ruined the opportunity that Daniel Radcliffe could have really had of the film. And they didn't really highlight Weird Al Yankovic like they should have and could have. And it was just not very well done. So once again, no, still to this date, Daniel Radcliffe has not garnered a role that propels his exceptional excellence as an actor as he could. I believe Daniel Radcliffe is going to have to do with what's his face. He just won an Emmy, whatever, for the Jeffrey Dahmer on Netflix. I believe Daniel's going to have to play some type of psychotic role or some type of deep role that you would never think of Daniel playing. Something that's going to really challenge him in a way to where he may need a psychologist to have to come back to finding himself to really prove what a great and exceptional actor Daniel Radcliffe is. For you, you're not going to have to be that extreme. You're great. But for Daniel, him and his agents or people need to start thinking smarter with these roles, because Mitchell, if Daniel keeps going in this direction, you're going to eventually, if not sooner or later, outshine him. And I'd rather see both of you shine, but you're making the right choices with these films. Keep moving forward and do what you're doing, because they're exceptional.
Thank you, Stephen. And I may or may not watch the movie now, just so I can see exactly what you mean with the movie.
But here's the thing. Do you know anything about Weird Al Yankovic? And if whether you do or don't, look into his backstory. Google him. Because once again, that is not a documentary. I don't know what you want to call it. It's an Austin Powers, I call a Austin Powers spoof. Instead of it being about an Austin Powers, it's about Weird Al Yankovic. But if you ever watched Austin Powers, it's got that ridiculous comedy that's unrealistic and in real life would never make sense.
Yeah, and that was Mike Myers' thing for a long time. So I'm not, that was Mike Myers' thing. Surely people try and break away from that, but yeah, I'll have to see the film to see what you mean.
Please.
But I will do some research into Weird Al. Yeah.
I would love to get your thoughts and opinion on that.
Definitely.
What else do we have to look forward to? Any new projects? Anything great coming up for you this year? What do we have to look forward to, all things Mitchell Bourke?
Nothing that I can mention because of confidence, but I will be in the States in the next month. So I'm very much looking to coming over, meeting the people, meeting the fans, promoting this movie, as well as just being in America. I'm very much looking forward to being there as a young adult now. So, because the last time I was there, I was, 15. I was like a young kid just walking around the streets of Venice Beach, of Las Vegas, just with my eyes so much bigger than my head, just in awe of this, the big smoke. So I'm very, very excited.
You're going to love it. Wait until you come back. You're going to really enjoy yourself. And, I'm not going to say this with you. I'm looking forward to experiencing, never been to Australia, would love to go to Greece and other places. I can only imagine for someone like yourself that lives in such a different lifestyle in such a different country, it really is a free-for-all for someone like you to come here. Even when people come to Las Vegas, I always say, yeah, people come here to eat, drink, and take a nice shit, and then they leave and go back to their life and reality. And that's the way a lot of these cities are done here with foreigners. People come here, they enjoy themselves, they take a nice shit, they feel all good, they cleanse themselves, they party, they get ridiculous, they get crazy, they do what they can't do in their own country, and then they go back. And that's what America's known for. And if I was you, I would probably feel the same way, but I'm so used to the ridiculousness. And, I like to live vicariously through someone like you that is like so blown away, and then to just see, okay, what are you going to do with this power? You're in the land of the free. Is it strippers? Is it poker? Is it, getting a hangover the next day? Is it popping that ecstasy or smoking that blunt? Like, what is it that's going to do? Or is it going and eating a burger you would never think of eating before and wonder to yourself, yeah, this is why Americans are fat?
Yeah, but I'll keep that thought internal. I think I won't post it all over my social media.
Yeah, don't. God, your social media looks great. Don't ruin it. Yeah, I always say, hey, secrets are sometimes wonderful. And speaking of Instagram, your Instagram is very polished. It looks great. Where can everyone go to find you? Where's the best place? I know you just started on Twitter. What are the go-to places you want people to go and find you?
Yeah, my Instagram is Mitchell Bourke. That's MITCHELLBOURKE _. And you'll see that Stephen also follows me. But then I've also got my Twitter, which is Bourke _Mitchell. I'm a fan of my Instagram. I'm a fan to connect with people, let them know what I'm doing, because I'm always doing a bunch. But yeah, it's just a great way to connect with people and have that as like a form of media. So that's where you can find me. And then, like I said, I'll be out in the States soon, so hit me up.
Looking forward to it. And definitely keep up with the Twitter. I will say that Instagram for actors and especially actors, it's the new IMDb, because casting directors always use Instagram. Every time I interview someone or find out, even myself, I've been cast for opportunities through Instagram. So definitely, keep that Instagram page very much. Remember, perfect for like an online outside IMDb. Twitter is great. A lot of journalists, a lot of media people on there. Consider, with your Twitter, I don't consider it to be just for old people. If you are in the entertainment industry, you are in the music industry, you are a producer, director, and you are in the media, Twitter is it. Twitter is where you can get the emails and the quick responses and the easy access, and you can grab someone's attention easy. When deciding and knowing exactly what are you going for. Since you are an actor, Twitter's perfect for media connections on there. Instagram, casting. So you're in all the right places.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I need to keep up my tweets, I think. I need to get used to tweeting.
But do it only, tweet, but without force. Tweet what you feel is important, share, comment, like anything on social, but don't stress yourself out. My recommendation is, whether you're tweeting or whatever you're doing, think of it like a Rolodex. Think of it as a resource page. Mm-hmm. It's not, Instagram and Twitter are so very different. You just have got to know who you are, what you want, and what groups are you after? Are you after the media groups? Are you after, some sort of, engagement rooms, to be having live conversations on? So just don't stress out about Twitter. It's not worth it. It's not like Instagram where it can be taxing at times. So definitely enjoy yourself.
Oh, I will. That's all I do. I enjoy myself daily.
Any closing thoughts?
Just that I'm so grateful to be here. I'm grateful to people who have watched the movie. I'm grateful to you, Stephen, for putting me on this channel. And I can't wait to get out to the States. So love, be loved, spread kindness. All it takes is a smile. So, yeah, you'll be seeing me all very soon.
Looking forward to it. Mitchell, thank you again for being with us today on Live on Air with Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5. Hold the line. Definitely would like to have a personal chat with you once we're off the live. And is there anything else you want to close with? Is the movie still premiering? Can we still go to Great American Family, or is it going to be on VOD? What's happening with the film?
Yeah, so Prince in Paradise will still be on Great American Family this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. And stay tuned for it to come out on a streaming service. And I'm pretty sure it'll continue to be on Great American Family for some weeks to come. So keep watching it, keep spreading the love of it, and I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you again to everyone from here and all around the world. I'm Stephen Cuoco, and you're listening to Live on Air with Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5. Download the Power 98.5 satellite radio iOS or Android app. Loving 5 stars. People are loving it. And you want to know why? Because it's not inundated with a bunch of commercials and advertisements, and radio is not old. Radio is still extremely powerful as it was back in the 70s and 80s. It still is. Just as popular as podcasts are, radio is even more popular. People love and respect radio shows. And this is why we're in 200 countries. So once again, download the iOS or Android app, tune in on Alexa. Hope you continue to love Power 98.5. We are always adding new music, and that's the best thing. The most important thing to me is we're not playing the same music for months on end. There are millions, hundreds of millions of music artists out there. We are always adding new tracks to the station. Speaking of new tracks, what I'm absolutely excited about, I just found music artist Michael Brown. You can go to my Instagram page. I just shared his video in my story. We've got him coming up. Was that? No. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's right. We did put it in for that. So it's now January 14th, tomorrow. We're doing a live music drop with music artist Michael Brown 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain. He's out of Canada. So that's going to be awesome. And then we actually have 2 interviews tomorrow. Music artist Michael Brown, 10 a.m. And then we've got country music artist Derek Skelton. He's coming back on 1 p.m. Pacific. So 2 music artists tomorrow. And then we have actor Eric Nelson. That's on Sunday. I'm upping my game. Back to back as many, even in 2 days. We're taking it to the next level. I'm going to be honest. I shared this with Tom Pagliarulo today when we were having coffee and met. One of the biggest things is I'm a machine. I go. And what I appreciate about the pandemic is how I was able to breathe. I chose to breathe. There's no one else. I choose to either stress myself out or I choose to be calm and relaxed. And I got into that nice rhythm and momentum during a pandemic, especially in 2021. Just really chilled, 2020, 2021. And now it just, something happened in my brain and my body's like, okay, that's it. All right, we're done relaxing. We took a couple years, reflected, recalibrated, refocused, revamped, reamped, and now we're back at it. And I'm going to tell you, trust your instincts, trust your gut, because I'm following what my body is telling me and what my emotional conscious and subconscious is telling me. And this is the first time in a long while I have booked this many interviews. I got to a point during a pandemic, I would maybe book 2 a week, maybe 3, and 3 was too much. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just got done with 2 other, 7 shows within less than a week. That's not including 1, 2, 3, 4 coming up. Mitchell's my 3rd one. And this is exciting. It's just so exciting to just, boom, I feel like Katniss Everdeen, Girl on Fire, just got my speed back and my momentum back. And more importantly, my passion. My passion has excelled so much, and I'm extremely grateful. And it's because of people like Mitchell and meeting people as, actor Mitchell Bourke and having allies like Marcos Papadopoulos and many others. The support system has been exceptional, overwhelming, and I'm really thankful to God. And I don't say that loosely. I'm extremely thankful to God to be where I'm at today, because everything that I've done and I've earned was not bought. It was acquired through education and resource and building really, really great quality relationships. Authentic, great quality relationships. Have a great weekend, everyone. We will be having this episode with Mr. Actor Mitchell Bourke, available on Amazon Music, Amazon Audible, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. And remember, this is not a podcast. It is a radio show. We make these shows available on the popular podcast channels because it came by request. And also for, SEO and Google search purposes, when people want to look up, oh, hey, what's happening with Mr. Mitchell Bourke? They'll be able to pull this up. So it's a great way to market. It's a great way to promote. It's a great way to highlight. And also, I want to make sure that these shows are timeless and they're accessible and that people can access them all the time, because not everyone, is going to be in one spot. People have different lives. And depending on your schedule, if you don't have time to listen to our live interviews, or when we re-air these interviews, where you can go ahead and go to power985.com and click on live music, our schedule is in there. So whether you are going to listen to Resilient You with Alicia Pazzoni or Catherine and Company with Ms. Catherine and Swain, there is always something available and ready for you. And do we have anything else that we're going to be covering? I think that's it. All right. Well, Mitchell said that he has an overcast there. We have an overcast here. And quite interesting, like I said, we are in 2 different time zones experiencing the same day in 2 different places and at 2 different times. Remember that. That's how very interesting the world and life can be. I guess that's what they call, or the meaning of being omnipresent, being everywhere. And you don't even need to astral project or psychically travel. We're already there. God, I love it. Have a great day, everyone. Great weekend. Happy Friday. And much love and many blessings. Take care. And remember, we are family.
Friend us on your socials and let's connect.